Hello students, let us start with the experiment number 3, that is VI characteristic of. There are two parts, first is PN junction, the general purpose diode, and second is Zener diode. So today, actually in this video we will be learning how to perform the experiment VI characteristic of PN junction diode using virtual lab. So first half of that experiment we are performing now. So for that purpose, just open swayam.gov.in website. Open, click onto the site swayam.gov.in. There you will find this particular tab. Open that tab and click on this conduct scientific experiment virtually. Or else you can directly log into vlab.co.in website also. Okay. Now in this particular website, we have to select this electronics and communication. Now these are the labs which are developed, designed by HRD. Now we have to search for a basic electronics so as to get that experiment PN junction VI characteristic. So this is that lab, basic electronics lab by IIT Kharagpur, which is actually consisting of these experiments. These are the experiments which we can perform on this particular VLab. So right now we want to perform the VI characteristic of diode. So let's click onto this VI characteristic of diode. Okay, now on the first page you'll find all the theory related to PN junction diode. It's a two-terminal device. The two terminals are anode and cathode. Practically, the cathode terminal of a diode can be identified by means of a silver ring on its body. So silver ring is cathode and the remaining terminal is anode of the device. As and when the external power is connected, external battery voltage is supplied, based on the polarity, the operations are classified into two modes, forward biased mode and reverse biased mode. In forward biased mode, anode is made more positive and cathode is made more negative by means of connecting it to the external battery. Whereas in case of reverse biased, the cathode is connected to positive of the battery and negative of the battery is connected to anode. At the equilibrium state, there always exists a barrier potential or a space charge region near the PN junction. And to nullify that PN junction in the forward biased mode, voltage, external applied voltage should be sufficiently greater than that of barrier voltage. And once the diode comes into an operation in the forward biased mode, it acts as it is as good as a battery operated. It's as good as a battery, which will have a voltage which depends upon what type of diode we have selected, silicon or germanium, what is the number, the specification data sheet of the diode. So entire operation is specified here. We have to find out this curve. This is called as VI characteristic of a diode. This is in the forward mode and reverse mode. Both way we have to find out. So here the x-axis is the forward voltage across the diode and y-axis is the current flowing through the diode. So the graph between these two, current and voltage of the diode, is the VI characteristic or VI plot. So now we'll start the practical. So for that purpose, just click on to simulation tab. Click on to simulation tab. Now here you have 6 options. The 3 options are for the silicon diode and the remaining 3 are for the germanium diode. You may opt, remaining 2 are for the germanium diode. You may go for silicon or germanium, no matter, only the cut-in voltage, cut-off voltage or breakdown voltages are different. Again in the silicon diode there are 4 options. The first and third is the option wherein the circuit is already built, we just have to set the values and perform. Whereas in case of second and fourth, circuit designing facility is also given. So let me open this first tab, forward biased SI diode. So here if you see, the complete circuit is already designed, we just have to set the parameters and take the readings. Whereas I'll go back to the site. Whereas if I click on to forward biased SI diode, here the components are separate. We have to make the connections, and once the connections are done, we have to check it. If all the connections are correct, then only we can set the values and perform the practical. So you can use this circuit, you can take this reference for designing this circuit. Or else if you click onto the instructions, the entire procedure, what way the connection should be, how to perform, how to proceed, all are specific, all are mentioned. So you may follow this part also, or you may directly go with this section also. Better is, I'll explain you this part. Better you go with this circuit. Better you go with this circuit. There is only one problem which you'll find, that when you make this connection, this is correct, because in the forward biased mode, positive of the battery has to be connected to anode. So by the resistance it will get connected. But the problem what here is this, they are saying that L3 has to be connected to L7. L3 has to be connected to L7, and remember this is the current meter, and what we say, the current meter has to be in series, right? But now it means we cannot say it is in this, it is actually there in the series path. So there what you will face a difficulty. But this is the actual connection. If you click onto this click connection, it says the right connections. Now if I delete if I delete the connections, according to the general knowledge what we say, through resistance it should be to the multimeter, then here, then this link has to be joined so that cathode will be negative, then ground of the circuit, this is the voltmeter, so voltage across diode, so across the two terminal it should be. So once I click on the check, it gives me wrong connection. But if you observe this particular, resistance is in series with current, because current meter has to be in series. Then and then only we can measure the current flowing through the device. So that is what is the problem faced in this particular. Otherwise, if you follow the steps which they have mentioned here, and if you do the connections, it is operating, it is giving the correct results. No issue to that. But I am going to stick with this because the circuit is already designed. You have to follow this, even though I am explaining with this part, because both are one and the same. So what I am doing, I'll close both the windows and I'll reopen the first forward biased SI diode. Now here the circuit diagram is given. Let me trace the circuit. Positive plate of the battery through a resistance is connected to a current meter. This meter is supposed to measure the current flowing through the diode. It is connected to anode of the diode, whereas cathode of the diode is made negative. Therefore, we say the operation is in forward biased mode. And this particular is a voltmeter. Here it is specified voltmeter, which is supposed to measure the voltage across the diode. And since voltage can be measured across to the two terminals of the device, to the two terminals of the diode, the two ends of the multimeters are connected. Okay, now how to perform? Select the diode first. Let us select 1N4007 diode. Okay, 1N4007 diode is selected. So it's what is its voltage, cut-in voltage 0.6. Okay, now let us address the resistance first. This resistance we are talking about. So let us say key the resistor is, how much will keep it? So 1K only. The resistor is 1K. So approximately I am adjusting the resistance to 1K. Let us say 1K resistor is adjusted. That plus or minus tolerance is 1010 ohm. Okay. Now when we vary this voltage, this DC voltage means which voltage? This particular external applied voltage. As we are varying this voltage, obviously there will be change in the operation, and that is notified here on the meters. Okay, let us keep that DC voltage to the minimum point. When the DC voltage is, remember at equilibrium there is potential difference across the junction in PN junction diode, and this external voltage should be higher than that potential voltage to make the diode into a non-state. Right now it is not the case because its voltage is 0.6. So unless and until this VDC is not more than 0.6, diode will not come into operation, and therefore we cannot get the current flowing through the device. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to adjust, first of all the reading is let's say 0.2. At 0.2 external voltage applied, there is no voltage, no current flowing through the device. Let us add this reading into our table. So simultaneously we are preparing the observation table also. And what is that observation table? This is the observation table. Serial column, the forward voltage. Forward voltage means which voltage? This voltage across diode, which we called as VD, voltage across diode, or VF, forward diode voltage. And forward current is this particular reading. This current reading is specified here. Okay. Now let us go and adjust DC voltage to 0.4. At the 0.4 voltage also, there is no current, no voltage. So since the reading is 0, 0 only, even though you click on to add to a table, the reading will not be added because it is 0 only. Okay, now let us keep the diode voltage to external voltage to 0.6. At 0.6 also it is not at all operating, no current, no voltage. Even though if you add, it will not be, entry will not be made into table. Now let us keep the voltage to 0.7. Exactly, we'll adjust it to 0.7. Now see, at 0.7 is what? 0.7 external voltage applied is greater than its cut-in voltage, breakdown voltage or cut-off voltage forward side, that is 0.6, and therefore now it is giving some of current flowing and the voltage across diode. Let us add this reading into table. Okay. Now let us adjust the DC voltage to 0.9 for an example. We'll take random readings. 10-15 readings are sufficient to have a better plot. So let's say the reading is voltage adjusted is now 0.9. So 0.9 is adjusted by means of moving this bar. So now what is the current flowing? 0.297 milliampere is the current and 0.536 is the voltage. We'll add this reading into table. Now let us adjust the voltage to 1 volt. We'll add the table reading. Let us keep it to now say 1.5, 1.6. Add the reading. Then further move it to 2 volt. Take the readings, add it into table. So simultaneously we are preparing the observation table also. Let us keep it to now 2.5. This is the current and voltage. Add the reading into table. Let's keep it to 3 volt now. Add the readings into table. Adjust it to 3.5. Approximately now 3.6. Add the reading into table. Adjust it to 4. Add the reading into table. Then to 4.5. Add the reading into table. And end is 5 volt is the maximum which we can give. Add the reading into table. So now by this way, I have not exactly adjusted to the 5, 1.5, 4.5 and all this. Randomly I have taken the readings. You are supposed to take each readings, proper neat readings of it. Now once this table, observation table is ready, here the plot option is given. So by clicking onto this, we'll get directly the plot. And what is that plot? That plot is the graph of forward voltage versus the forward current in milliampere. So this particular forward voltage will be taken across the x-axis and this forward current is plotted against y-axis for that reading. So if I click on to plot, you will get this plot. Okay, now what is that plot explaining? That plot is, this is the x-axis is nothing but this voltage and y-axis is nothing but the current side. So here you will find that initially the readings all are comparatively or they are 0 only, but at the breakdown, here the breakdown is occurring. After the breakdown, the current is exponentially rising. And if you carefully observe, the voltage across that diode is approximately same. It is 0.56, 0.57 or 0.8 means it is constant. So once the diode comes into operation, it is acting as a battery of 0.57 voltage on an average. Now here the graph is following the exponential curve because if you go into theory section, the diode Shockley current equation is mentioned. That current equation is actually followed for the graph. Okay, that equation is not okay. So the diode equation is E to the power V upon eta Vt minus 1 into that entire exponential term into I is the saturation current flowing through the device. So therefore we are getting this exponential curve. So this is all about the experiment. The first half, that is performing the forward bias characteristic of a PN junction diode. So this is the circuit, this is the observation table and this is the graph. We have to take print screen of all and attach into the Word file which I am going to give you. Word file, the journal will be directly given to you. Only these details, the circuit diagram details, the observation table details and graph print screen you have to attach, you have to copy paste there into that Word file. I hope everyone is clear with this and hope you will perform this as the experiment target and submit it as an for grading. In the next video, I'll explain you how to perform reverse biased operation. Okay, thank you.